Have you ever wondered what Indian English is? For today's language adventure, let's dive into the world of Vedic English and discover more about them.
Did you know that the Indian English has its roots in the colonial period when the British East India Company established trade in the Indian subcontinent in the early 17th century?
That's right, my friend. She will tell you more about it.
The introduction of English in India began to formalize during British colonial rule, especially after the 1835 Macaulay's Minute on Indian education. It soon became the language of administration, education, law, and even elite communication.
That is right. There's a lot to explore in Indian English. Now, let's discover the world of their literature.
The Indian literature refers to the literature produced across the Indian subcontinent prior to the creation of the Republic of India in 1947. The writings of the Indian subcontinent produce a variety of vernacular languages. This includes Sanskrit, Prakrit, Pali, Bengali, Bihari, Gujarati, Hindi, Kannada, Kashmiri, Malayalam, Oriya, Punjabi, Rajastani, Tamil, Telugu, Urdu, Ladna, Seraiki, and Sindhi, among others, as well as in English. It is also stated that the earliest Indian literature took the form of the canonical Hindu sacred writings known as the Veda, which were written in Sanskrit. Not only that, Indian literature includes ancient texts like the Vedas, epics like the Mahabharata and Ramayana, as well as the wide range of poetry, prose, and other forms.
Proceeding to their socio-political development, the Indian government is actively working towards the holistic development of all its citizens.
India experienced significant economic growth and poverty reduction since 1980s. Despite the progress in their education and healthcare, challenges like malnutrition, universal literacy, and sanitation remain. And up until now, India's socio-political development is still very complex and still on its ongoing process. In addition to that, India has achieved commendable progress in economic growth and poverty alleviation. And in terms of addressing the existing inequalities, social disparities, and elements of political stability, it is said that it still remains absolutely crucial.
In terms of their power and influence, Indian English plays a significant role in shaping both individual and collective identities.
The influence of Indian English serves as a lingua franca, a window to the world and a tool for negotiating identity in a diverse and post-colonial context. In identity formation and negotiation, Indian English is a hybrid language blending Indian and Western influences, reflecting the complex cultural landscape of the country. Furthermore, individuals can utilize Indian English to construct and reconstruct multiple identities, both within and across different social spheres. In addition to that, Indian English literature explores the nuances of identity formation, nationalism, and the impact of colonialism, providing a platform for self-reflection and cultural critique. Proceeding to their power and influence, Indian English facilitates communication across linguistic diversity, acting as a bridge between different communities and regions. It allows Indians to connect with a global audience, fostering a sense of international engagement and participation. And in addition for them being initially imposed by colonial powers, Indian English now holds significant and political and social influence, shaping education, governance, and even media. And with that, Indian English literature grapples with the lingering effects of colonialism, exploring themes of identity, resistance, and lastly, cultural hybridity.
But take note, this variety of English in Asia also faces challenges such as
Linguistic diversity. This diversity in linguistic landscape of Indian English creates a unique challenge for English language acquisition. Students often struggle with linguistic interference, where their native language's grammar, pronunciation, and even vocabulary patterns influence their English usage, leading to errors and inaccuracies. They also struggle in limited access and exposure. This means that the availability of quality English education is not uniform across India, with urban areas and higher education institutions often having better resources, Rural areas may lack English-speaking environments, hindering learners' ability to develop fluency and confidence. And lastly, challenges in Indian English literature. Indian writers face the task of conveying Indian experiences, culture, and nuances to a potentially diverse audience. This requires navigating the complexities of language and cultural differences to ensure their work remains intelligible and engaging.